Hey, this is Dr. B. Just wanted to do a quick story as we're doing living trust and thinking about the importance of a trust and why it's so important not to just quit claim your deeds over. I mean, it's a way, they call it the poor man's way of making sure that your stuff doesn't go to probate. Because if you put your kids on your deed or you put other people on your deed and you pass away, it's not going to go to probate. The problem is when things go wrong. So the story I have is, and it's a super sad one. I was working with, a lady who was, we were trying to do a reverse mortgage. And as we were doing the reverse mortgage, we wanted to make sure that, her house was taken care of properly the way that she wanted it to be done. We weren't able to do it. There wasn't enough equity in the house to be able to do it. So what we did is I said, well, you just need to get a trust because if something happens to you, then, we want to make sure. So she ends up and she gets cancer. And she gets breast cancer, and they give her, they tell her she's probably going to live about 6 months. They said it was pretty aggressive, stage 3 or 4. And so I said, well, we need to do a trust just to make sure that your kid, stuff doesn't go to probate, your kids get your house, they get the house. And so the situation is that she was, she had been married before, and they got divorced. And after she got divorced, she purchased 2 condos. They were across the street from each other. It was a great deal. It was just, her legacy that she wanted to give her 2 kids. And so her ex-husband had come upon hard times. And so the other condo that was across the street, she was renting out to him. Still good friends, still making sure they take care of. They had 2 kids together, and then they had he had 1 child from a previous marriage. And so everything was working out, and then she ends up she gets the cancer. And then she says, you know what? I tell her she needs to do a trust. She doesn't want to do the trust. She decides, unbeknownst to me, because I didn't know she was going to do this, she went and quit claim deeded over to her ex-husband. Because she said that she knew that, she talked to him and he said, absolutely, I'll make sure our 2 kids get it. She trusted him a little bit more. Those kids weren't kind of at the age where they needed, they were able to be able to handle it. And she trusted him, and she was married to him, and it was all something that was going to work out really well. But what happened is, she went into remission, so she's doing great. In fact, wonderful now. The problem is that he passed away, right? So she quit claims both of her properties over to him. He passes away. So now, the daughter that he had from the previous marriage, I don't know what their relationship was like, but she says, I just inherited 2 houses. Even though it was her stepmom, I guess that's what it would have been, had they still been married, but they weren't. So it was the ex-stepmom. And she literally went to court, spent $20,000 at probate court. Probate court decided to go with the daughter because those houses were quit claim deed, that's how you say it, over to her dad. She inherited him. She kicked her, I guess, ex-mother-in-law out, and she sold both houses, and they became all the money from the proceeds from those houses went to the daughter. So the lady who actually bought the houses was kicked out of her own house in remission, looking for a new house. That's just one example of why you don't do that and you do a trust. I hope that helps. I hope that's making sense, because it's so sad when things like that happen, but they happen every single day if you don't take care of things that you need to take care of. So that is the not number one, but one of the greatest reasons why not to quit claim deed to the people that you want to be heirs. Go ahead and take care of it through a living trust. We'll talk to you guys next time.